Alright, in today's video, we found something out that's kind of weird and interesting at the same time, and we're going to go over this because I feel like this is definitely going to be an issue. So let's talk about what I'm on about. So, we've realized from the TWID that September is when the second season, or whatever they want to call it, the major update comes out during the first, expansion of the Year of Fate. Or Year of Prophecy, I should say, and it's Edge of Fate, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's fine. Anyways, so, obviously July 15th is when Edge of Fate comes out. Well, the first season ends, and the next season begins on September 9th, which currently, by the way, they made it sad. I don't even think these are real seasons. I think this is just one long episode like what we have now, and they're just going to cut it off into sections, like how they did for the episode system. That's honestly what it feels like. I don't know. They haven't really released anything on it, but the little bit they talked about it made it sound like it was more like that, but whatever. That's a different problem entirely. This video is concerning because we've got September 9th when the second part of the season releases for Edge of Fate. And a lot of you don't think anything of it. You're not probably thinking anything of it, but I need you to stop and think for a second. From July 15th to August, so it's July, August, September. So from July to August is 1 month. And then from August to September, which is not even a full month, it's 2 months. So it's not even fully 2 months after Edge of Fate releases, we're getting the second season. Not even 2 months later, not even a full 2 months, we're getting the second season. Which I know what you're thinking, like, okay, what's the big deal? Well, usually seasons are 3 months long each. And then we have, the next season, which is another 3 months. In this case, it's only 2 months. It's not even fully 2 months. It's less than 2 months. And the reason this is a problem, because if you look up here, the second expansion launches December 2nd. Now, I want y'all to understand, that's a huge gap of nothing. That's crazy. So, September, October, November, then December. So, from September to October, 1 month. October to November, 2 months. And then November to December, 3 months. So 3 months for the next DLC. So that's cool and all. You're like, okay, what's the big deal still? Well, that's awesome. You're right. That's pretty nice, That's what it's supposed to be. So we got 2 months for the first one. We get a month and the second one. But then December comes around. They release it on December. We get the new DLC. The new smaller ones, or whatever they want to call them. They should honestly call them something else, in my opinion. But yeah. So we get 3 months with Ashen Iron. And then on March 3rd, it says, launches the Shadow and Order. So, December, January, February, March. That's also 3 months. Okay. Well, let's see. This is releasing July 15th, so we've got March, April, May, June, July. And that's if they don't make it farther. We have 4 months for the final season of the year. Again. And that's only if they don't extend it like they did this one, because it was supposed to be June, which now is July. So knowing Bungie, because they literally delayed every single expansion by a few weeks at the minimal, we're looking at a August release next year, which means we're looking at a 5-month season for the final part of the year, of the yearly reset for Destiny. 2 months for the first season, 3 months for the second and third season. And then fucking 4 to 5 months for the final season. And look, Pantheon and Into the Light last year was great. This year, the Red of the Nine, I'll be honest, it's kind of shit. It was cool, the weapons they brought back, some good weapons, some okay weapons, there's some fun weapons, but it's shit. They basically did nothing to the dungeons as a whole, especially Ghost basically got no change. And they didn't make it like Pantheon, where they just mixed. Everyone was kind of hoping for a Pantheon thing. Obviously, we knew we didn't get it for a while back, but it would have been cool. We were thinking we were going to get a Bungie version of, or a Pantheon version of Dungeons, which would have been a lot better and gone a lot more smoothly. But we didn't get that. So we're going to have 4 to 5 months, at least, of nothing. And obviously, I'm counting it from March onward, but let's be honest, at most it takes a month to do all the seasonal stuff, at most. Like, Bungie extends it longer than that, but in reality, it's only like a month long at the longest, even then, not really. So you're looking at a long time with nothing again. And this is concerning to me because this new system is all about RNG base. But if the first season's 2 months and the next season comes out, well, you're farming the first season, getting the loot for that, but then the second season comes out like, oh shit, I need to farm this. But then, yeah, I don't know. This is concerning to me for a couple reasons. Because one, this doesn't. The only way this works is where it doesn't cause an issue of loot, especially since no longer crafting is a thing. It's all this higher tier loot system, which is RNG based. As I made the other day a video, I can't get a god roll weapon from the Nether. Farmed over 100 of them and haven't gotten one yet. My RNG shit for the most part for most activities. There's a lot of activities I've been farming. So if you take my RNG into account, I got 2 months to do with this one, and then the next one comes out. 3 months for it, which ain't enough time for me. Got the next one and the next one. And then this one's going to be long, which obviously I can go back and farm any of them if I didn't get the god rolls for. I know. But my point is, this system isn't going to work still unless they actually do it, which is what it seems to be for the little bit they talked about it, is these aren't actually different seasons. This is literally acts again. But they're being shadowed by these major update things. Funny how that says shadow in order. So basically, this is all one season, like it says here, season reclamation. And this isn't going to be 4 seasons a year like people thought. It's going to be exactly how it says here. 2 big seasons alongside the big DLCs, and these seasons are free. And there's going to be 2 sections for it, but this section is going to be its own rewards pass. But this part is going to add to this rewards pass like they do for the axe. Which is a horrible system. We don't like it, but it's the only way where the loot might be farmable still. Because at least I'm not going from one set of loot to a brand new set of loot in this short amount of time. And then, you know, it's like, oh, okay, it's all part of the same season, so I can farm it all. And they'll probably split it up like they did with the axe, so it's different activities for different loot. But at least it's not that big of a deal. Whereas if it was a single season here, and then a brand new season here, and brand new activities and stuff, and a whole bunch of new stuff to farm, a brand new battle pass I'd earn and shit, I'm not going to go back and farm this one. I'm trying to farm this too to, you know, keep everything up. So I'm not really sure what's going on, especially because it's only 2 months long here. There's no way these are seasons. This has to be some sort of, I don't even know. It's something. It has to be. It's an extenuant. It's just extending. It's not 4 seasons like they said. It's actually only 2 seasons, and that's it. Which sucks still, but at least it's a longer time to farm in a sense. Because it's not like you have to try to redo the whole bounty system, all the upgrades and stuff too. So I don't know. As a whole, what I'm saying is this is very weird because we were told it's going to be 4 seasons a year again. This proves that it's not 4 seasons, it's only 2 seasons. We're having a major update, which we have no clue what that means, which a lot of people thought it might be a new season, which is what I was under the impression of as well, but now we've learned it's not a new season. We're only getting 2 seasons. They're very long seasons, especially the final one is extremely long. 3 months for the first part, and then it's fucking 4 to 5 months for the second part, which is crazy. So that's an 8-month season at least right there, more than likely. 7-8 months, and then this one is a 5-month season. So I don't know what's going on here. Bungie has not been very clear, and honestly, I think a lot of us missed this. We saw the major update, Ash and Iron, and we all thought that's the next season beginning, but in reality, this is an extenduum of this season, hence why it's a full line right here. It's season reclamation, season lawless. And this, again, worries me because the loot system is going to be very fucking wonky, and the whole system is going to be really wonky. So I'm not really liking this right now. Because they did say we're getting 4, we're not getting 4. And we're only getting 2 months before the second part begins, and that second part, who the fuck knows what it's going to do. So, we have a little bit of info, but not much. And then, obviously, there's renegades and stuff, and yeah. So, there's just a lot of confusion here, in my opinion. There's a lot of problems here, because this is a major update, not another season, and we were kind of blindsided by that, and I legit don't think anyone noticed it because everyone still talks about 4 seasons. In reality, these major updates, whatever they are an extenduum of the beginning of the season. So I don't know what the fuck's happening here. I really don't. So this isn't going to be 2 different reward passes like we have. There's going to be literally a reward pass and then a second part of it. And just like we have right now for the axe, where they didn't unlock all 200 until the 3rd point. Obviously, it probably won't be 200 again, or if it is 200, they'll probably have 100 for the first part, and the second part will be the 100. I don't know. We'll see. But we literally still have acts. We don't have seasons. We have 2 big seasons, and then we have 2 acts in each season. That's what's really happening here. We have these major updates, which I'm not sure what fully they're about yet, obviously. We know we are going back to the Plaguelands, but let's be honest here, it's not going to be Siva-themed, sadly. Makes us all sad, I know. But Yeah, I'm concerned about this. The fact it's only 2 months. And if it is actually separate seasons, this makes it even worse. If it is, oh, the moment this one comes out, the battle pass resets. That's why it's got rewards pass, brand new rewards pass, brand new starts right here. If that happens on September 9th, that's horrible. Horrible. Because that means you have 2 months for this one to get to this point, to max out this battle pass and then get to this battle pass. So that's horrible. But then if we are still having a system where it's like the axe system and they're just adding on to it, I doubt they're going to add exotics to it, another exotic weapon. It's going to be one exotic weapon here and then nothing here because it's part of the same pass. So either way, we're looking at the exact same problem we've been looking at for a while. And now it's even more issues because now it's a 2-month gap. Because before, with 3 months, it was plenty of time. Pretty much everyone could hit 100 on the battle pass, no issue. The previous seasons, they were 3 months long. There's no real issue to it, truly. Obviously, a few people probably had some issue that weren't playing that much, but that's their choice at that point. But since Bungie does want to add these ornaments and extra ornament stuff, and they like to do that, and everyone was happy about it, I assume we're going to look at another 200-page battle pass at least. So we're looking at either 100 levels here and 100 levels here, so it'll be 100 and 101 to 200, or it's gonna be 100 reset and another 100 for brand new weapons and shit. I don't know, because the 2-month gap really causes issues with either of those systems. But one system would be better that way, but nobody really liked how they were doing that for it. So either they have to add 100 or the 200 battle passes right away and you can earn it from beginning to end, or it's gonna be two separate ones. But if it's two separate ones, that's horrible because, again, it's 2-month difference. 3 months was made sense. But then it's like, again, this one's a 4 to 5 month one, so why wouldn't they just put an extra month here and then they could do the 4-season thing still? So as a whole, I'm just saying this is very fucking confusing because Bungie said 4 seasons with 2 DLCs, which in reality we're finding out it's 2 seasons. They're split into 2 sections, like what we have with episodes. Instead of 3 episodes, we're only getting 2 episodes and then 2 acts per episode instead of 3. So this is really fucking weird. Because this means we're going to have longer seasons, even longer than currently, by a mile, which is horrible. Horrible design. Nobody wants that. This is why we were supposed to get 4 seasons again, why they said we were getting 4 seasons. So I really want Bungie to explain this better. Because this is horribly designed. Because if it is separate seasons, and it's just like, there's a big season, there's separate sections, but those sections are individual, so there's separate battle passes, there's 2 months to get it maxed between these. That's horrible. And if it is one giant one again, that takes forever, and it's going to be 2 separate acts like it is now, well, Bungie said the act system sucked, and they understood we hated it, so why the fuck are they doing it again? They're not calling it acts, but they're definitely doing acts still then. So either way you look at this, there's an issue. And they need to acknowledge this and actually talk about this because this is the biggest issue right now in my eyes for it. There's a lot of issues going on, obviously. A lot of background shit's not happening that should be happening. That's their own issues. I've already talked about that. But this is a different issue entirely. We have 2 seasons with 2 acts in each season. Without them calling them acts, they are acts. Or we have 4 seasons. They're just putting it under one banner for some reason, which doesn't make sense because, again, it says season up here and it doesn't down here. So, Bungie, what's going on in the background right now? We were told 4 seasons and 2 DLCs. That's not what we got. We got 2 seasons, 2 DLCs, and these seasons are extremely long by the looks of it. Or at least the final one is extremely long. The first one's kind of short, and that's kind of horrible. Either way, so I'm not sure what's going on. There's issues here because either on one page we have the axe system still, even though they're not calling it axe, we still have it, which everyone hated. They hated how they fucking did that because they just literally bled in time-gated content so fucking much that it was just a problem. They time-gated it so fucking much, it was out of this world a problem. So that's gonna suck because they're gonna do that again without a doubt. So that's bad. Or it is 2 separate seasons. They're just fucked this up when they put it, where it should be Reclamation here and then Ash and Iron Major Update should actually be called a season as well and be up here as well, which I don't believe because this takes a lot of work for them to do, to make sure it's right. They go through a lot of info before they decide this is it. So, either way, either it is 2 seasons per DLC like they said, and those 2 seasons are shit now for the first DLC because, again, 2 months between the first and second one, and then 3 months for the second one. That's crazy. So, yeah, I'll obviously get 100 on the Battle Pass either way, or 200, whatever they decide to do, if they just add stuff to it. But I'm ticked because we were told it was 4 seasons, but by this picture, we're not getting 4 seasons. We're getting 2 seasons with a DLC, 2 DLCs. And that's not okay. because these are now going to be extremely long DLC or seasons, and it's going to get boring instantly, and no one's going to want to play them, like what we had happen with Axe in the episodes for this year. The episodes suck because the acts just take too fucking much effort to wait for the next story bit to start. Too much between. And they're going to do it again. They'll time get it 100%. How else are they going to get people to come play their game? Let's be honest here. This is Bungie. This is going to happen again. So as a whole, one side it's fucking bad, the other side's fucking bad. So either way you look at it, you're screwed. So I don't understand what's going on here. Because this shows we were not getting 4 seasons, but it also shows we could be, but it shows we're not. And then it shows we're going to get axed then if we're not getting 4 seasons. So, somebody needs to question, someone that can actually connect to Bungie, should question what the fuck's going on here, and Bungie needs to explain this better. Because this is not explained well, and to me this shows, and when you actually read it, it shows we're getting one giant season, and part 1 of the season is shorter than part 2. And then we're getting another long season that's extremely long, and the first part's shorter than the second part as well, but it's even longer than the first DLC in the first season. So that's a problem. Or if it is showing there's supposed to be 2 seasons here, why is this season 2 months and this one 3 months and this one 3 months and this one 4 to 5 months? What the fuck is going on here? Who wrote this? So, serious problems here. Bungie needs to acknowledge. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've ranted about it, obviously. Been ranting for the last few minutes. I'm just trying to get the point across. Something is really problematic with this, and no one has seen it. I didn't even register it until the moment I read that tweet seeing when the next major update was. And I was like, wait a second, this doesn't make sense. That's only 2 months. That's a problem. So, yeah. July to August, August, September. 2 months, baby. So, Bungie, what the fuck? What the fuck have you done, and what's going on? I would love some answers. This needs to be cleared up right now. Bungie, this is a big problem. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment what you think. If you think you understand, let me know. If you get what I'm saying, there's definitely an issue here. Let me know as well. Thanks for watching. Adios. We out. Bye.